Very rapidly, everyone involved in the tulip trade was like, uh-oh. The Dutch tulip craze is perhaps the first example of a giant economic bubble that burst. This all started with a man named Carolus Clusius, and he came from a relatively well-off family, but not so rich that he could just do whatever he wanted. So his dad said, "Why don't you go to school and study law?" And he did start that, and then he switched into theology, and then philosophy, and then eventually plants, and he was like, "I promise, this is where I want to be." This was in the 1500s when tulips were brand new to Europe, and he started studying them, and he realized that some tulips had distinctive coloring. They had these gorgeous flame-like color patterns, and he would describe those as well as the fact that those tulips didn't seem to reproduce as well as other tulips. It wasn't until the late 1800s that they realized that the reasons tulips did this is actually because of a virus. Clusius died in 1609, so he didn't get to see the tulip craze, but by the 1630s, people were real into these tulips. Because the bulbs didn't reproduce well, they were really rare, so people would spend more and more and more money on these bulbs. It got to the point where the price of one tulip bulb was the same as a nice house, the same as 3 years of salary. This whole market is working into a frenzy of these luxury items, and the prices are getting higher and higher. And then eventually someone shows up and says, "Hey, I've got some tulip bulbs for sale. Who wants them?" And there were no takers. And he's like, "Okay, cool." Lowers the price a little bit, still no takers. And very rapidly, everyone involved in the tulip trade was like, uh-oh. The crash was pretty immediate after that. Sometimes people will talk about many, many people losing their fortunes in this speculative economy, but thankfully, it was mostly wealthy people investing in what they knew was a luxury good. We clearly haven't learned at all, and some crypto is just this. Thanks for coming along. I hope you have a good day.